614
Ni aje watu wetu?
Leron and K hapa. Ukaje mtu wangu?
Sambamba. Niko poa kabisa. Ni naendelea tu kufuatilia mambo ya Gen Z. Hatari.
Those kids. Kama wanataka financing. Wacha hivyo wanaulizwa who's financing. We are ready. Ni watu wetu. They should be our kids actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. Most of them.
They should be our kids. Or millennials na Gen X. So
yeah.
Anyway, so talking of that, of the whole situation of reject finance bill.
It was rejected already.
Yeah, it's still in the reject finance bill and mpaka tusikie. Yeah, reject finance bill and Ruto must go.
Which is which?
I don't know at this point. Hatujajua ile vile kutatokelezea.
Wacha wenye walianzisha kazi watatuambia
ikifika mahali itafika. That is true. But what is maybe what we ought to talk about is about church and the state. Church and politics. And I know this has been a whole discussion of church and politics.
The church, if I may talk about the church in Kenya, my country, is already in bed with the state. So, and it has a baby.
They in bed and or in marriage, both.
All of it. Yeah. But they have a baby. They have a product. So, we should talk about the product.
Which is?
The baby.
What is the baby now?
The marriage between the church and the state should not be the marriage whereby the church will do whatever the state wants. The church job or work is to correct the state. And
this has been proven from history.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to. It's the finger of God.
Like
as
now,
I say.
like
you remember
there was a church.
There was a church called the Finger of God. Yes.
But I don't know how it went.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at it this way. Like now we have a problem that people are blaming the church. And since the church is being blamed, they cannot talk about the problem because they know already they partook from the cup.
From the cup.
Yeah, they partook from the cup. So they, like kids are being killed. Very, very energetic, very young boys. Who some of them peaceful. Who some of them are doctors and engineers. You're killing an engineer. You're killing a doctor. You know.
So the thing is, what are you thinking? What is your opinion? Are you saying, since they're in this marriage and they're in bed together and they have a child, that means there's nothing they can do. They have to make sure this baby gets to town.
The only thing they can do is to behave before the baby.
Or behave?
Behave when the baby, they already have the baby. So we need them to behave. One, politics should not be given a platform in the churches, because that is not the right place for politics.
Keyword here, given platform in church.
And you know what happens? The politicians are so crafty. They come with money. They give the pastors harambes and what, and then they are given the microphone to talk to the people. What do? They sell their agenda.
Who pays? Whoever pays. What does it say? You sing to the tune of the who pays the piper, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Now the pastor needs money. This person has brought the money.
Right.
This money he has been given, it is to compromise his flock. Because
to sell an agenda.
An agenda.
Yeah. When in actual fact, when we're talking about the finger of God, is that the church should be able to correct
The state.
the state.
But when the state gives you money,
You
how do
become
you correct?
compromised that you cannot correct.
Yeah. How do you correct the hand that feeds you?
You can't. So this marriage ought to happen. In my opinion, this marriage between the state and the church, or the state and religion, the marriage should be there. However, that marriage should work, and there should be a way it should work. One is to correct the other one, and they should not be compromised.
Me, I think they just should have child support because when they are together, it will not work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They,
Leave the child with the government, then correct the government and let them pay you
good.
for.
I think I like that idea. So leave the child with the government, and then you be correcting.
Yeah.
Who is bringing the child support?
The government stays with the kid,
Mm-hmm.
but the church,
Mm-hmm.
because they need also to pay for child support.
Mm-hmm.
In
Because
which
they
way?
marriage,
In
because
which
they were
way?
in bed together.
Yes, in which way?
Mm-hmm.
To make sure this kid goes to school,
Mm-hmm.
this kid
Gets healthcare.
healthcare, good education,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. That's how they play their part for on this child support.
Good point. Good point. I like that analogy. So how are we going to make this thing work? How are we going to make sure that the church is not compromised? That they're not having this affair with
We
the
should
state.
we should borrow a leaf from the other religions. They don't allow any politician into their sanctuary.
Yeah.
When you go to the sanctuary, you go to pray to God.
Mm-hmm.
Don't interfere with me when I want to talk to my Jehovah God. Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to my God and ask God whatever I want to. Don't interfere with that. Let's meet out of the doors of the church.
Preach, preacher.
Let me hear
Pastor
what you want
Tolwa.
to tell me exactly out there,
Mm-hmm.
not in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Madhabahu hayachezewi.
I like the analogy that they should pay child support in terms of making sure the child has education, has healthcare, has all the basic needs, and the only way to do that is by pointing out things that need to be done.
Yes, if the kid doesn't go to school tomorrow, you ask,
Mhm.
why is he home?
Mm-hmm.
Akwambia ako na homa.
Mhm.
Unamwambia hata hao wako shule wako na homa, waende waomeshane huko wote, wasome.
Waanze kulizana hii homa inatoka wapi. You should get to the
Then
point.
you get to the root point of the homa.
Mm-hmm.
But when the church is compromised, and that's why I will say here, but I think it is a bit. When churches started going to Mr. and Mrs. Kanisa ya Mr. and Mrs. haifanyangi kabisa. Even wholesale.
Let me correct you. I think in Kenya, people, you need to you might tell me whether this is true. I think actually the mainstream churches
worked better.
No, the mainstream churches right in the last few years have been the one being compromised more than
because they are seeing the Mr. and Mrs. eating. Why would they not eat? It started with Mr. and Mrs. Look at it. Look at the history. Zamani, even our former president Moi used to talk to his people out of the church.
True.
He never took a microphone and talked in the church. Show me one.
No, never.
As much as he was a dictator or whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
He never disrespected Madhabahu.
They never disrespected the church. Oh.
And we have other religions that are still in our country because the constitution today made our country is a secular state.
Yeah.
We have other religions. And that's why I say borrow a leaf.
Mm.
If you're forgetting, because I think we are forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Madhabahu tihado hakoragarago.
What is that in English?
Don't lagalanga. Don't kinyaga madhabahu.
Ninasema ya kwamba nitatenga sehemu.
Metengewa nini metengwa mpaka sasa hivi.
Talking about child support. What about taxation? What should churches are churches taxed?
Let's even not go there.
Anyway, what are
Unataka kutax Mungu.
so what we're saying that we are saying there be child support because there will never be a separation. In my opinion, there will never be a separation because they're supposed to keep each other
The
accountable.
church and the government have
Yeah,
a kid.
yeah,
And this kid is Mwananchi.
yeah.
The church's work is to make sure this kid fits.
Mm-hmm.
Because the kid went to with the mother, who is the government,
Yeah.
who is the state.
Mm-hmm.
This father, who is the church,
Yeah.
has to make sure.
Point a finger. Why is it not happening? Why is this not happening?
Yes,
Why is it?
I sent this money.
Mm-hmm.
No. I planned this.
Yes.
Like this kid should, after school, they should go shower. They should have dinner at this time so that they sleep at this time.
Right.
It's just I'm just trying to make it like for even a class 2 or a 2-year-old to understand.
Yeah, I wonder whether they know what child support is, but yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nobody doesn't know that.
I like that analogy. I really loved it. I love that.
Child
analogy.
support. Church, stop. This man already doesn't live under the same roof with you. You have a child with him. Stop entertaining this man like you want to take him back to bed. No.
You're not gonna get another baby.
Don't even make that mistake.
Yeah. Don't go to bed
again with him. Yeah. Let him take care of his responsibility.
Which
now.
Going to bed is getting compromised.
Let him take care of the baby that you sired together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your responsibility with them to make sure this baby has grown to a level where they can stand for themselves.
Yeah. You've had let this baby be taken care of. There should, because already now there's already a baby in the picture. There's nothing you can do about it, so they have to be accountable. They have to keep the mother accountable, which is the state. Yeah, we keep them accountable. Why is this not going on? Why is this not working? Why is this?
And now because the father and the mother decided to behave like they still dating, the child now has become smarter. They don't know what to do. They are confused. Because even today, let me tell you, if the church stands and talk to the Gen Zs, they will not listen to the church.
Why would they?
Because they are claiming the church misled
them. Yeah, misled their great grandparents, their parents, and now they want to mislead them because the church went to bed again with the state. It is sad.
Yeah.
It's
a sad affair whereby
sad.
We need to separate issues, and I don't like the way a politician come to a barrier. You give them the microphone to start speaking politics to people who are mourning. Family doesn't need to hear that at that time. Peleka politics yako huko, enda Tumbuktu kapige politics huko. Like we should separate places to do this.
Oh yeah.
Our politicians have become so greedy, they don't know even where to talk and where not to talk.
True. That is so true. Well, I like that analogy. I hope people understand that there should be separation of duties. People should know what they should do. The church should know what they should be doing. The state should know what they should be doing, and keep each other accountable.
That's true.
Keep each other. If we don't do that, then I don't see why we should have these two people in a relationship.
It's their choice.
Yeah. There is no guys.
Watu washaishi ya blanketi moja. Ngumu sana kujua mambo yao.
There's no guys. Let us know whether this child support should go on. and how that these people
The
don't like
best way,
compromise.
the
Yeah.
best way to go about it. But I am not too worried about the best way to go about it
Mm.
because someone is doing it as we talk.
The baby.
The baby has become more clever than both of them.
It's actually the grandchild. I think is the one who's become, which is the Gen Z. They're the ones who have realized, so,
This is where you see a tortoise pass you with high speed and you're wondering how.
yeah,
Because
true.
you expected a tortoise cannot run that fast.
Right.
Never underestimate anyone or
Yeah.
anything.
Yes.
Mhm.
And with that,
Baadaye.
don't be compromised. Subscribe.
Bye.